Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm an 18-year-old teen mom, and today we're doing a Q&A. I got a whole thing of questions that we're gonna answer today. Some of them are super random, some of them aren't, but you know, whatever. So let's just get right into it.
I don't play with that, but she act childish. I can tell when I'm up for that Molly. Got a way to want me look like Miley. Soon as I walk in, they get it. I don't play with that, but she act childish. I can tell when I'm up for that Molly.
The first question is, what's the last sports game you went to? I've never been to a sports game at all. How many close friends do you have, and what's the relationship like? So I only have a few close friends, and I love them dearly. I have my best friend, Faith, who I've been friends with since I was 12, and then I also have a really close friend named Jules, and we've been friends for 3 or 4 years. And then there's Becca, and me and Becca have been friends for like 4 or 5 years. And yeah, so I only have a couple of close friends that I'm super close with. And then I have like my shop bestie, which is the other apprentice at the tattoo shop, but we'll get into that later. How did you know you were in love with your boyfriend? So practically the backstory behind me and my boyfriend, we went to elementary school together, and in 3rd grade I tutored him in reading. That's how we met, so that answers that question. I have liked him for a really long time, and he actually used to bully me. Yikes. What are the unspoken rules in your relationship? Like things we haven't discussed? He cooks breakfast, I cook dinner. That's just, we've always been like that. And then we alternate who changes our daughter, as well as he takes out the dogs in the morning, because I suck at waking up. How did you name your daughter? So those of you who have never seen me before, I have a 9-month-old daughter named Tatum. Her name's Tatum Marie. Marie is her middle name. I got it from my mom. It's super common, whatever, but it has significance to me. Just like if I had a boy, his middle name would have been Glenn, after my dad. Tatum, I didn't come up with Tatum. Well, I did, but I didn't. Like, it was already a name, but I wanted just something different. Like, I didn't want to copy everybody else, and I rarely knew people named Tatum, which is how Tatum got her name. What's your biggest hot take? I don't really have one. If I were to say any hot take, I would say probably, yeah, I don't got one. I just don't got one. What's your dream date? I don't really have a dream date. I don't really go on dates with me and my boyfriend. We just hang out and do things at home. Otherwise, like if I really had to choose, I really want to travel and go somewhere that's not Wisconsin. Wisconsin sucks. But next question. Oh, hold up. I need to check all these off so I knew. Bam. 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 Oh, bam. 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 Next question. What made you have confidence in yourself? So when I was younger, I actually used to get bullied really bad because I was on the heavier side, and when I hit about like 13, 14, I really just stopped caring. That's my answer to that. I stopped caring about literally everything. I just do me, and if people can't accept that, well, yikes. Next question. What's the most romantic thing that anyone has ever done for you? My boyfriend, actually, just bought me some flowers. They're super pretty. So, just small things like that, I love. How long have you and your boyfriend been together? So, like I said, we started actually dating in, I think at the beginning of middle school. So, roughly 8 years. Yeah, roughly 8 years we've been together. But we've known each other for like 11. That's a long time now that I think about it. What makes you happy and keeps you focused in life? Obviously my daughter, my boyfriend, and these guys over here. Those guys. I have 2 dogs. Yeah, we'll get into that later too. What got you wanting to be a micro influencer on TikTok? Also, I love your videos. Aw, thank you. I don't know. Like, honestly, I love the idea. I've always loved the idea of, like, being on YouTube and TikTok. And as I said, I really don't care what people think about me. So it was just, like, life at that point. I really liked, my light's almost dead. I really like just being on social media, and I'm already on there, so why not just post? What was your first reaction to when you found out you were pregnant? So I ended up just knowing, like, I know my body really well, and I just ended up knowing I was pregnant. I wasn't scared or anything. I was 17 and I already moved out of my parents, so it was just meh. What do I do for work? So I do this when I'm not actually working, and then my actual job is I'm a tattoo artist, so I do tattoos. Hold on. So this is I guess 3-part question. How do you balance your online presence, your work life, and your personal life? So I actually have a schedule for social media, and then I have so they're all in a different calendar. So I have a scheduling book, for social media, I have a scheduling book for my tattoos, and then any free time and days I have off, because I make both my schedules for both, that's when I fit in family time. So I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, just comment. How many kids do you want? So I already have 1. I'm okay with up to 4. That's a lot. I don't really know. I wouldn't mind having 4, but I also don't want to do all that. So at most 4. Where did you get all your tattoos? So I have gotten all my tattoos done, or I've done them. So I've done these 2, I've done several on my legs. It's just a lot. Let me know, comment down below if you guys want a tattoo tour later. I'll do a YouTube short about it, or y'all can follow me on TikTok. Check. What made you start doing tattoos? I've always been able to draw, like ever since I was younger I've been able to draw, so I've always had that passion. I really love drawing. So I decided to one day just get a bunch of my good drawings together and put it in a portfolio and take it to a shop. Well, I called shops around for a while. I can actually do a story time on that, so comment down below if you guys want a story time of how I started doing tattoos, so I can go more in depth. But yeah, I literally just gathered a bunch of drawings, took it to a shop. Short term, or long story short. Do you have any pets, and do you want any odd pets? So I actually have 2 dogs, which I showed you earlier. I have a 8-month, almost 9-month-old puggle, or 7-month, almost 8-month-old puggle, named Gus. Love him. We just got him not too long ago. And then I have had my healer, Scarlet, since she was 6 weeks old. She's going to be 4 April 20th. Do you want any odd pets? I don't know if they would be considered odd. We've talked about getting a betta fish to go on our desk. We've also talked about getting sugar gliders and parrots and just a bunch of odd, well, not normal pets. So that's kind of where we're at with that. We haven't made any big decisions. We also want a cat. So what's the biggest struggle you've come over or gotten over? You've overcome. There we go. Biggest struggle I've overcome is probably being homeless and pregnant, dropping out of school and getting back into it, being a single mom for a little while. That's really tough. Shout out to all the moms who was able to do that. because it takes a lot. Getting to where I'm at now, that was a big struggle. But yeah, probably my big one was being homeless and dropping out of high school my junior year and getting back into it. So, you know, if you guys want a story time on that, I think there's going to be a lot of story times coming your guys' way. What made you finally decide to become an influencer? Honestly, life is too short, so if you're gonna try and do something, just jump into it and do it. Like, I literally was filming off my phone for a little while, and now I don't film off my phone anymore. I just have a temporary camera, and it works perfectly fine. I edit on my computer. So, yeah, just do it. That's what I did. I just gained up enough confidence and set out a plan and started making YouTube videos and TikToks. And this question goes specifically to my tattooing job. Worst and best client experiences. Worst, I guess I haven't really had any terrible ones. I guess I've had a couple rude people that, yeah, we're not gonna go into that. I don't like being negative. So, best tattoo experiences actually just happened the other day. I love her. If she ever watches this, shout out to you. You know exactly who you are. I made a mistake, you know, nobody's perfect. I made a mistake on what I was doing, and she ended up just giving me a giant tip. And she still plans on coming back, so, yeah. She understood that I was human, and I really enjoy her for that. And then last but not least, do you want more kids? I kind of hit this subject earlier. I wouldn't mind having more kids, but one, not right now, and two, later down the road, because my daughter is enough. She's enough. So that is all the questions. There might be a part 2 later on. I'm not completely sure, but if you guys would like to see any more videos like this, story times, another Q&A, comment down below. I have a bunch of ideas that I'm probably just gonna do, but I'd rather hear it from you guys than anybody else. So comment down below. If you made it to the end of this video, subscribe, hit the like, turn on the post notifications if you guys want. I'm not gonna beg. And I will see you guys next time.